This one was the first one, and the image was inspired by when I was living in LA. I moved into a studio that used to be a weed dispensary that was Alice in Wonderland themed. So some of the elements of this were from that mural, which we then had to paint over. But the reason it like freed up all of this real estate in LA because you couldn't have a weed dispensary within a certain radius of a church or a school. So we found this really cheap place and ended up having to like take it all down. But I added the house around her ass as a way to kind of make it about speculative real estate and the metaphors of the female body as real estate. And then from there, I kind of like, a lot of my work is more language based and maybe like a little bit more formal or like concrete poetry, I guess. And this sort of opened up this space to play more with narrative and allegory and kind of have like a little bit more of a playful relationship with these like more serious issues. But when I make them as murals, they take up the full scale of the wall, so they're,
right.
You know, I don't know, like 10 feet. It just kind of depends on how big they are. Like these two are, this is the biggest one that I've done. Yeah, they are site specific, I guess. And these, the two cats, the tale of two cats.
Is that Felix?
No, it's a Kit Kat clock. It's like a clock that was invented in the Great Depression era. You know, it's like the cat clock with the swinging tail.
That's not Felix.
No, not Felix. Different cat. I have these plexi letters cut out first, and then I arrange them and fold them in the way that I want them, and then lay them back out flat and go into Illustrator and make like this file, and then water jet cut it out of aluminum and bend it back into shape. And this is this really kind of like creepy, rapey looking Tom Modernist frog.
I love that
always
frog.
Really liked. Yeah. And I always called him like SVU frog.
What?
He just looks like so lecherous and fucked up. And also Tom Modernist is like so crazy and he's everywhere in the city and like he shot a dog. Yeah, when he was at RISD. Not many people know that. But I did this photo shoot once. When he was in college, but I did this final home shoot at his park in Midtown, kind of like imagining of what a post-apocalyptic New York might look like when the only thing left are Tom Modernist sculptures. It's like become stand-in as these figures of like people gossiping or talking, and they're sort of like stand-ins for, you know, community people. Just these fish. I just finished The Sopranos, which has been amazing. And then now, my boyfriend's never seen Harry Potter, so we're watching all of the Harry Potters. We're up to Prisoner of Azkaban. It's great. I have a show at High Art in early June, and then I have a show in this project space in Lisbon called Marquise right after that. Yeah. So all of the murals that I've done have been inside in galleries and museums. So I've been wanting to make public murals because those are usually the spaces that those occupy, and I'm writing this piece for eFlux about murals and gentrification. So for High Art, I'm gonna be doing a few pieces in the area around the gallery on the roll down grates. One, we haven't totally figured out where they're going to be, but they're gonna be businesses in the area. So they're visible at different times than the show. The DeKalb County Farmers Market in Decatur, which has a hot bar. It has like a restaurant inside of it. They always do this thing on the fish counter where they put a shark eating another fish, but they change the display a lot. So sometimes it's like a dead fish diorama.
The mullet toss.
What is that?
In Floribama every year they have a competition where they take dead mullets and they see who can
mullets?
fish.
Oh, huh.
Fish.
Okay.
And the competition is how far you can throw them on the beach.
It's kind of like noodling.
I don't know what noodling
It's
is.
like when you stick your hand in a catfish.
Oh, right.
It's like catfish wrestling.
Catfish wrestling is noodling.
Yeah. Well, it's a different way of catching a catfish, where you make your arm look like a worm and then you grab its insides and fling it out of the water.
How do you make your arm look like a worm?
I don't know. You just like put it in the dirt, but some people's arms get bitten off by the catfish.